Hey everyone, welcome to the lesson 10 of our Funk Fundamentals course. In today's lesson we'll be learning how to play the final funk, where we put all together everything we learned in the previous lessons of this course. So we'll be playing triads, minor 7 chords, single lines, ghost notes all together, and we'll be using an amazing funky song, and it sounds like this. Alright guys, so my name is Simone from Your Guitar Academy. If you are watching this lesson on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe to our channel to check out all the other lessons that we are going to release here on our channel. And now we are ready to jump into the lessons and learn how to play this final funk. So in order to play that, we are starting with a few triads. So we'll be using a G and F triads, just playing basically the first finger as a mini bar over the 12th and 10th fret, so 12th for the G and 10th for the F, in order to play major triads in second inversions. You can check out the previous lesson if you want to know more about how to play these triads. So after that we'll be using a D minor 7 chord and A minor 7 chord. They are going to be played with the first note, so the root notes, the first finger on the 5th fret of the A string for the D minor 7, and the same position with the first finger on the 12th fret of the A string for the A minor 7. However, for this A minor 7 we are actually going to use only 3 strings, the D, G and B strings, because in this way it sounds definitely much more funky and in line with the previous triads that we are going to play. So we are going to play for G, F and A minor only this D, G and B strings. Okay. Now let's have a look at the way we start practicing this. We basically start playing a G triad and then we move to the A minor 7. So the G triad, we already said it's only going to be with the first finger on the 12th fret. We play that on the first 16th of the first beat with a downstroke. Then we don't play anything on the second 16th. The third 16th is going to be a downstroke in ghost note, and then the upstroke is going to be on the 3 strings that we mentioned before. They are taken from the A minor 7 shape that we saw together. So I'm going to use my ring finger on the 14th fret of the D string and my second finger on the 13th fret of the B string. So all together, nice and slowly, this first beat, which is really important to nail, is going to be 1 E and R. Once more, even slower, 1 E and R. Okay, so make sure that you play that little downstroke in ghost between the 2 chords, because it sounds very, very groovy. So after that, in the second beat, we are going to play a ghost note on the first 16th with a downstroke, nothing on the second 16th, and a downstroke on the third 16th, playing the F triad that we saw before. It's played with the first finger on the 10th fret of the D, G and B strings. So nice and slowly, so far it's going to be 1 E and R, 2 E and 3 E and up on the beat number 3, where I counted 3 E and up. We're not going to play anything, we just count the beats, count all of the 16ths to keep moving our picking hand and not to lose the 16th note groove that we are playing. Then on the 4th beat we are going to play a ghost note, a very big ghost note on a few strings on the first 16th of this 4th beat, then nothing on the second, and another 2 ghost notes on the 3rd and 4th 16th, so it's gonna be down up. So if I play nice and slow this first bar all together, this is going to be 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R. Differently from other grooves that we learn in this course, make sure that when you play your F chord, you let it ring during the third beat. So we said already on the third beat you're not going to play anything, we are just going to count the beat, but at the same time you want to let the sound ringing for the entire beat number 3 as well. So one last time, nice and slow, is going to be 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R. So during the beat number 3 we kept listening to the sound of the F triad. Then in the second bar we move to that mix of single notes, so it's basically going to be a funky melody together with a chord at the end. And we start with the 5th and 7th frets on the D string that I'm going to play with my 1st and 3rd fingers, played as usual with a hammer on, like that means that you're going to hit the string only once for the downstroke on the G 5th fret of the D string, and then you hammer on your 3rd finger in order to play the 7th fret, so they sound like. After that we're going to play another downstroke, which is a ghost note, and an upstroke on the 5th fret of the G string. So this first beat is going to be like. After that, in the second beat, you're going to play 2 ghost notes down up in the first 2 16ths, and again the same hammer on between the 5th and the 7th fret, like we did before with the 1st and 3rd finger. So if I play the first 2 beats nice and slow, they sound like. Now, in the third beat, you're going to play 2 ghost notes as well. The first 2 16ths and another downstroke on the 3rd 16th. This is going to be your 5th fret of the A string, a D, which is the root note of your D-7 shape that we saw before. So you're going to play on the 3rd 16th, 3rd beat, the root only with a downstroke, and the rest of the chord with a very short and loud accent and loud stroke is going to be the downbeat, the first 16th in the 4th beat, and it's going to be short because you don't want to have any sound ringing during the 2nd, 3rd and 4th 16ths of the last beat. So all together, nice and slowly, this second bar is going to be like 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R. So you stop the sound with a left hand muting very quickly after you play the last chord. Now, if I play the 2 bars, so the entire groove where we put everything together, triads, -7 chords, and single note melodies, this is going to be like 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R, 1 E and R, 2 E and R, 3 E and R, 4 E and R. So as usual, make sure that you always are in control of what is going on with the timing. So you need to know which beat you are going to play, which 16th, in order to figure out what's the best fingering and what's the best stroke direction that you're going to play with your picking hand as well. Don't overthink about it, because you're going to find out by yourself what's the best stroke direction just counting all of the 16ths. However, if you have any doubts, you can click the link in the description here below, where you can find a full write-up of this lesson. In the full write-up you will find all the stroke directions, all the ghost notes that we mentioned. There is going to be a backing track for your practice and also a tab which moves, so a moving tab with myself next to it playing for a few minutes, and you can also slow it down if you want to start nice and slowly and then gradually increase the tempo once that you are more confident with your practice. So we just played this final funk where we put all together what we learned in this entire course: single melodies, single note melodies, chords, triads, -7s, ghost notes, rhythms, and everything we learned about the wrist movements, the 16th notes counting. And I really hope that you can nail this and you can enjoy this as much as you can. And obviously feel free to practice this with your own variation in order to develop your own grooves and to create your own rhythms when you play funk music. If you have any questions about this lesson or about any other lesson of this course, please feel free to get in touch with us, leave us feedback in the comment section here below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel to check out all the other lessons that we'll be releasing here on this channel. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed this course. I'll see you the next time.